Hey everyone, it's JIV Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a funky duck freestyle on my brand ambassador, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it. First, I'm starting by pushing back the cuticles and then using my cuticle nippers to cut off the excess cuticle skin. Yo, so this girl texted me, right, asking, she basically sent me a picture of a set that was like not exactly the same as this nail set that I'm gonna show you guys a tutorial for today, but a similar like long ducky like crazy freestyle like that, right? So she asked how much that cost. She was like, I want you to go crazy, da da da, I want like all the works, right? So she asked how much that cost, and I told her that unlimited freestyles, which this would be considered an unlimited freestyle, start at $150 with me. And I told her that freestyles have a range from like 80, which is like very basic, no bling, you know, very simple freestyle, to 150, which is the most extravagant thing you can basically get. Extravagant freestyle you can basically get. So of course, when I told her that 150 price, she's like, oh yeah, I'll just do the 180 then. I'm like, I understand that people have a budget. I completely understand that. It's a little annoying to me as a nail tech how like people want glitz and glam but aren't willing to pay glitz and glam prices. Like in 2023, we all know that extra like fancy nails with like bling and charms and nail art and all that shit, we all know that's going to be 100 plus. Like I kind of want to ask her like what she was expecting, you know, to get. And then she's like, she said that she'll just pay me, she'll like, I'll get something simple and then like pay you in person. I'm like, okay, cool. But then she ends up booking a collaborative freestyle, basically, where you send pictures and then I put it all together. And based off of the pictures that she sent, she's still going to be paying that 150. Like, if you want something extravagant, like in the pictures that you sent, and she's like, oh, it's just for ideas, just for ideas. Like, girl, you want me to lower your prices for you, but I'm not going to. Like, you know, because sometimes when people like go, oh, I'll just go for the cheaper option to add you and ask you to add on, you might as well, because those add-ons, you're going to be paying for those individual add-ons. You might as well just get the more expensive freestyle. You know, stop being cheap, get the more expensive freestyle, and then get more. Because like for me, if you book a freestyle, you're gonna get more than what it probably costs to get each individual add-on, you know what I'm saying, on the nail. Like, yeah, people are a little annoying with that. But I got these duck nail tip, like pre-shaped duck tips off of Amazon, and they do have a little curve. It's like a little natural curve. I used to find working with curved nails was a little like difficult for me when I was you know, a much newer nail tech, because like the acrylic would get on the sides and, you know, it would just look weird from the side. But I think I'm actually getting really used to working with curved nails because I've been doing a lot more like duck nails using these tips. So yeah, maybe in the near future I might offer, you know, like natural curve nail tips, you know. So y'all, this is my brand ambassador, and I love doing duck nails on her hands. Like, she just has such nice hands. Like, I was nervous that duck nails wouldn't look good on her hands, to be honest, because sometimes, like, duck nails don't look like, I've seen duck nails not look good on some people's hands, and I'm just like, ugh, I hope. That was the reason why I was like nervous to start doing duck nail tips. But yeah, these look so good. So for filing, what I do is kind of just you see, I'm not really filing the full side of the nail. I'm kind of just making sure that the nail tip is blended in on the sides with the natural nail. And then I'm just using my nail file that I got from Shein to blend the natural tip into the natural nail. So I don't know about anyone else, but one of my favorite parts of being a nail tech is actually the girl talk. So I wanted to incorporate some of my favorite parts of doing nails into these tutorials of me doing nails, you know? And you guys seem to really like when I tell you guys my business. And I love sharing my business. Like, I'm a Gemini. It's definitely a Gemini thing. But yeah, so last Saturday, right, I went to a party. It was my sister's old classmate who was having a going away party because she's moving out of Baltimore. And it was fun, you know. I pulled up looking sexy as hell, of course. I was wearing this little ass dress that, you know, when I wear like mini skirts and short dresses, mini dresses and stuff, I try not to pull my skirt or anything down too much, because sometimes when you pulling the skirt down, it makes it seem like you're insecure, like, you know, like you find yourself cute in the outfit, but only when you're at home. But when you're out, like, you know, you're constantly pulling your skirt down. So yeah, I like try to feel like at a certain spot, this is the shortest I want it to go before I'm gonna pull it down, because then, you know, coochie gonna be out. Let me side note real quick. So, for this freestyle, I wanted to do something different I've never done before. I've never like put a print on the nail tip and then, you know, before application, and then like, do an ombre over it. And I've seen other nail techs do it. I'm like, you know what? Let me try that, because I've never done that before. It's different. It's fun. So on the pinkies, I'm using blooming gel that I got from Beetle's Gel Polish to do like a blooming croc. This blooming gel works really, really quickly, and I kind of messed it up because it works very fast. It's actually a great blooming gel from Beetle's, and it's pretty inexpensive. So yeah, on the pinky, I did a nice hot pink blooming croc. And then on the ring finger, I did a neon green background with like orange cow print. It didn't really look like cow print, but you know, you got the vibe. So yeah, so Saturday night, I went to a party and it was very fun, but I am so proud of myself of what happened at this party. So I put my purse down around a couch or whatever, then get up and like, you know, do whatever. So at this point, I'm lit because the Jello shots were strong. Only had 2 of them hoes, but they were strong. And then I had, there was a smoking sesh, upstairs. So I joined that, and, it was fun. We were just chilling, vibing. The party was a nice little vibe. So I left my purse over by the couch. So I go over and I'm like, where's my purse? Did any of you guys see my purse? There's 3 niggas, excuse me. Let me not say that. There's 3 men on the couch. And there's a really tall guy. I think he had to be around like 6'4" or something. And then 2 shorter guys or whatever. So, I asked where my purse is. They're like, oh yeah, it's over here. It's over here. I noticed that my phone wasn't in my purse. So I go back over. I'm like, sorry guys, have you guys seen my phone? And then the tall guy is the last one to get up. Like the other dudes are like up, like helping me trying to find my phone. The tall guy is the last one to get up. And when he does get up, he like rolls his eyes when he gets up. Sometimes I do not like tall men as a tall woman because I feel like, I don't know, it's definitely not just me because I definitely saw a TikTok on it earlier today. But like sometimes tall men gotta make it known that they don't find you attractive just because you're tall. It like, to explain the feeling, it's kind of like when a black man is out with a white woman, dates a white woman, and then like he's not trying to look at the black woman who's like just casually walking by because he wants to make it known that he's not attracted to her. Like, I didn't even want you in the first place. If we ever made eye contact, it's because we're both tall, so I'm looking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, duh. Like, don't make it a thing. Like, I'm not trying to get with you just because you're tall. Like, you're probably lame anyway because you weren't even trying to help me find my phone. He rolls his eyes, stands up, and then walks away. And turns out his big ass was sitting on my phone. So, yo, I'm like, bruh. So anyway, I get my phone, and then this shorter guy, he had to be around like 5'10", 5'11". He starts chatting me up. He's like, yeah, I'm so glad you found your phone, because like, I hate when I lose my phone, blah, blah, blah. Starts chatting me up, and like, it's so cute. First of all, he's fine as hell. And it's so cute that like, he was the one who was confident enough to like, chat me up and like, like start flirting and stuff like that. So yeah, and now I used to be one of those tall girls who was like, I can't date nobody shorter than me, can't talk to nobody shorter than me. But now I'm kind of in my shorter man era. I've been talking to a couple of guys who are like 5'10", 5'11". Like, that's not short, but that is shorter than me. So like, yeah, I've been talking to a couple guys that are 5'10", 5'11", and I'm 6'1", mind you. And yeah, like, I don't know, when I was younger, being tall used to be such a thing. You know what I'm saying? It used to be such a thing. Now, as you get older, you're on your grown and sexy shit, short and tall alike will hit on you. Like, men don't really care about height. So I had to come to my senses and be like, you know what, I shouldn't care about height, because a lot of the taller men that I have like dated or wanted to date or whatever are just some of the most boring men out there. Like, and another side note, I used Mia Secret dehydrator and primer, and then I'm going in one more time with the Young Nails Protein Bond, and the acrylic that I'm using is Valentino Beauty Pure Bad and Bougie. And then for the encapsulation, I'm using Mia Secret Clear Acrylic. Yeah, so like I was saying, like, men really don't care about the height. So like, I need to stop caring about the height, because tall men, I don't know for anybody else, but in my experience, usually the taller the man, the more boring he is, because like, he doesn't really have to work to get a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to have a huge personality or a good personality in order to get a girlfriend, because girls probably come up to him because he's tall, So yeah, so the shorter guy starts chatting me up, and we were talking for a long time. Like, I find out that he's a Capricorn, and he thought I was a Scorpio because like, I'm sexy as hell, of course. I love female Scorpios. Like, they just give dark, sexy vibes, like sultry vibes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love Scorpios because, yeah, I don't know, their energy is just such a turn on. So I took that as a compliment. But yeah, so we're talking about that, whatever. And then I don't know how the conversation breaks up because I end up going somewhere else and then he ends up going with his friends. And then they bring out the cake and the cake was so mid. What was the cake? It was like some Mexican caramel cake or something like that. Dulce leche, something like that. I wasn't expecting the cake. I've never had this cake before. The taste was good. The taste was really, really good. It was just the texture for me that was kind of throwing it off because it kind of tasted like wet cake, you know? But I was totally down for the taste. I was like, okay, it tastes really, really good. And then the whipped cream on top was divine. It was just a texture. I'm a kind of a texture person. I don't like, weird textures. Not saying that was a weird texture, but different textures, you know. So, yeah, so we're eating the cake, whatever. We make eye contact, and he's like, "Oh, how'd you like the cake?" And then I'm like, it's okay. It's just the texture for me, you know. It tastes really good, but the texture I don't really like too much. And so we start talking about that, and then, yeah, like we're talking for a minute. And then we break off again. He goes over to his friends again. And then I go talking to whoever. I don't know. When I'm lit, I'm talking to everybody. Oh my God, y'all. So quick side note. So at this party, right? There was this white boy there who I think caught himself trying to flirt. So literally he starts saying, "Oh yeah, I love to dance," something like that. And I'm like, yeah, you do those uninterested ass, yeah. So I'm like, yeah. And I literally turned to walk away because I'm like, I see where this is going, and I'm a black woman who likes black men. You feel me? And he was blonde hair, blue eyed, down. Like it was just, it's just not for me specifically. Y'all can do that. It's just not for me. But so he was talking to me. He kind of pulled me back into the conversation. He like stepped closer and like pulled me back into the conversation. And I was like, okay, here we go. So I kind of entertained it a little bit because I don't know. Sometimes like as a Gemini, I'm curious. I'm curious as to what the hell he's going to say, to try to flirt with me. Like, and I feel like I am one of those black women who look like they only date black men because I've literally been told that before. So I don't know what vibes I was given that night, but let me tone up a little bit. But anyway, so he's talking about how he's from Baltimore and he loves to do all the Baltimore dances and stuff like that. Y'all ever meet those white people, and I'm talking to black people on this one, y'all ever meet those white people where they try so hard to like make sure it's known that they're not racist, they have black friends and blah blah blah? I find it racist because like I don't know, like you're talking to me about Baltimore dances that I don't even know about. Like, yeah, I'm born and raised in Baltimore, but I'm not doing those dances. You know what I'm saying? Like I have no idea. And he starts talking about this, that, and like just giving a rundown of how he's from Baltimore. I was like, oh, you're from Baltimore? And he's like, yeah, I grew up on the east side. Da, da, da. Luckily, he didn't fake an accent because Baltimore accents are too hard to fake. Like if you don't got it, you don't got it. Y'all hear that I don't got it, right? So yeah. So he starts talking to me about all this shit. I'm like, here we go. And then this man was on 10 the entire night. Y'all, let me tell you, when Dreams and Nightmares came on, y'all know how people go crazy. He went crazy when Dreams and Nightmares came on. Like, it was so funny. But I'm looking at him because I'm like, you better not say that N-word. And he knew every part to pause because he didn't say the N-word. And I was like, yeah, you better not, because like don't ruin this night with racism, you know what I'm saying? But it was so funny because I was like, Lil, what? when it was like Lil blank, I'm on fire, something like that. I don't even know the words to Dreams of Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be black, or like when you're black, you don't have to be like, you're not black if you don't know the words to Dreams and Nightmares. Like, it's not just like innate, you know. Like, I'm not a rapper. I don't get rap songs. I love listening to rap songs, sure, but, and you know, as many times as I heard that damn song, I really should know it word for word, but I can't follow along with the lyrics, child. Like, my tongue don't move that fast. So yeah, so that was that. The white boy tried to hit on me. It's so interesting as a black woman, like when white men do find me attractive and try to flirt and stuff, because it's just like, wow, you're not, you know, gonna get anywhere with this, but like, that's so interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's so interesting, because it's like, it's a different way that they try to approach you, you know. It's interesting, you know, but to each their own. Yeah, so after the cake, you know, we split up, we're talking, whatever. So my sister's like, okay, it's getting kind of late, I want to go home. So before I leave, I'm like, okay, I cannot leave without this man's like social media or number, something. I gotta leave here for something. So I go over to him, he's like in his group of boys, and then I tap him, and then I was like, okay, so can I get your number? You know, and I try not to be awkward about it, but I never go up to dudes and ask like, oh, can I get your number? And that's why I was so proud of myself this night, because I was like, I actually did something that I don't usually do. You know, like, I asked for a guy's number. You know, I met a guy in person, because I feel like we're in the age of dating apps where like a lot of the guys that I meet today, I find on dating apps. You know, those aren't the only guys that I meet, but like a good majority of the guys that I meet today, I find on dating apps. So I actually found a guy that I like and seemed very interested in me in person. And for me, it's a red flag when men don't ask me questions trying to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? When it's just they talk about themselves the entire time. I actually was on the phone for 5 hours talking to this guy that I met on a dating app, and literally he was talking about himself for 5 hours. The little bits of information that he did get like from me, I had to like force into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, golly, like it was yeah, a strong no for me after that conversation, because you had me on the phone for 5 hours, burning my phone up to talk about yourself for 5 hours. Like, I wanted to text him, like, because he was saying how it's so hard dating, I'm like, it's only hard because you don't care about the women that you're dating. And it's obvious because you're not trying to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to get to know me, because you would have asked me some questions, you know? But yeah, so I was proud of myself because I picked up a dude. Like, sometimes I be nervous, like, even making eye contact with men, because I'm like, if you turn out to be a butthead, like, I can only blame myself, because I feel like you have to go into some situations just automatically thinking, okay, this man may be a butthead, you know, but he turned out he's actually very cool. Like, we've been talking for, you know, since Saturday, and he's actually really, really cool. Like, fine as hell, nice beard, and that's what really got me. Nice dark skin. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys have watched Bel-Air on Peacock, but it's like a spin-off of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's very, very good. I highly, highly, highly recommend. I tell all my clients, watch Bel-Air. They need a season 3, right? Actually, I think they are getting a season 3. Yay. But yeah, so Jeffrey off of Bel-Air, right, has this skin tone where it's like he's dark skinned, but he has a nice, beautiful, like, red undertone to his skin. Oh my god, that guy had like a beautiful red undertone. I was like, oh, you are fine. Like, and he was asking me questions, like engaged in what I was talking, not just saying, like asking me questions about what I just said, like engaged. And I'm asking him questions and stuff. Like the conversation was going on and on. At one point, my sister was like waving me down because she's like, all right, are we gonna go or are you gonna keep talking to this guy? I kept talking because, child, this man is fine. And I got his number and his name and his age, and I know that he's a Capricorn. He's my age, 25, but he turns 25 in December because he's a Capricorn. So yeah, look at me. Like, I feel like ever since I turned 25, I've been on my grown woman shit. And yeah, I feel like a grown woman when I talk to men sometimes. Like, because like when I was in high school, I definitely did not get no dating experience because I was super awkward about my height and my body, and then I'm dealing with like bullies and, just high school teenage angst, type shit. So I was nervous to be around men because like I had all sisters, like basically all female cousins. Like I don't usually talk to men. So like it was like really nerve-wracking for me at one point. And plus I had like anxiety of rejection because like there's nothing lamer than getting rejected by a man, because I'm like, you're a man, like I'm already at the bottom of the barrel and then you're gonna try to reject me, like excuse me. But yeah, no rejection that night. Like pure vibes. It was lit. Oh my god, it was so lit. And I was like, okay, this is actually very comfortable. And I was thinking, like, I don't even care if it goes anywhere or doesn't. I'm glad that I got that experience to know that it's actually not as scary talking to men and, trying to pick up the people that you like. It's not that scary as I thought it was. So it kind of gave me more confidence to talk to other men. Like, yeah, it's only been a week, half a week basically. But, at least now I have the confidence and I know I can chat up and have a conversation with a man. So like for me, I was just saying this on TikTok, actually on my personal TikTok page, but like for me, it's so weird, like having those moments where men flirt with you and try to hit on you or actually do hit on you and you flirt back and talk to them back and stuff like that. It's so interesting when stuff like that happens because, as I said earlier, I'm pretty new to like the dating game. Like I kind of wish I would have had some of these experiences when I was in high school, but like it's cool, like having these experiences now, because when I was in high school, I definitely was not as confident as I am now. Like there were some guys who like expressed that they were interested in me when I was in high school, but like as soon as I found out that they liked me, I was like quiet. Like I remember this one boy, like we would literally talk all the time. Like that was my buddy, my friend. And then I found out that like he thought I was cute. And when I say the conversations were so awkward after that, like I was like, I don't know how to act. Like he thinks I'm cute. Should I act different now? Or I don't know. Like it was just a lot of overthinking. Turns out that guy is gay, so I wouldn't have had the best chance anyway. But he was still fine, so he is still fine, But that would have been like a cute, like little dating experience. But like he was also shorter than me and I was just so self-conscious about that. Like when I tell y'all my height was such a thing to me, like I would sometimes try to like shrink myself down because I didn't want to be the tallest girl in the room, like, And then like also getting those awkward tall guy stares. It's like, bro, like, so sometimes I just ignore the tall guys when they're in the room because like, yeah. And I think that's why that tall dude was so annoying when I'm trying to find my phone. Like, he was not trying to get up. He knew he was sitting on it. Like, that had to have been a thing. Maybe he was annoyed because he was the one not getting no play at the party. Like, but like, you talk to people, like, There was a couple dudes just standing on the wall. I'm like, why are y'all standing on the wall? Like, literally go up to somebody and talk to them. There was other men there. Like, you didn't have to talk to a woman, but like, go up to somebody and talk to somebody, because you making it weird. Like, you making it awkward. They came upstairs into the session and they were literally just standing there talking amongst themselves, you know, but like not trying to join the session, not trying to join the conversation that was already happening within the room. So I had to exit myself, child. I straight had to exit myself, because I'm like, this is weird. Like, they're facing us, talking, not talking about us, but like, you know, having their own little conversation. And yeah, this is mad weird. So I left and went to a different part of the party. But yeah, dating is it's so interesting, because I'm like, at one point I definitely felt like I was ugly because I was not getting hit on and stuff. Like, and that's not the only way. Like, gratification in those ways aren't, you know, like super special, because men literally would have sex. Yeah, I know y'all all seen, if you're on Twitter long enough, you've definitely seen that video of that guy having sex with a McChicken, a literal McChicken. So it's like, getting, you know, hit on by men is not the best way to, you know, like, quantify, like, oh, I'm very confident because men like me, they hit on me all the time. They will have sex with anything. I think it's pretty evident. Like, the older you get, the more you're like, yeah, men will literally have sex with anything. So from going to my mindset being like, oh, I'm so ugly because no men will hit on me, to like, no, I'm beautiful and I don't need a man's validation to tell me that I'm beautiful, because this is something I know. You know the quote, I think therefore I am. I think I am hot as hell, therefore I am hot as hell. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, once I started kind of getting the confidence from within instead of externally, then I feel like that started to show on my face externally, you know, that I thought I was hot shit. So of course now men are hitting on me and stuff like that. Because like a lot of times, sometimes, like, you know, you have those internal judgments. Oh, how did she get a boyfriend and I'm over here single as hell? Like, you know, I think we've all heard those comments, you know, and she probably got that man, you know, got that boyfriend because she's a nice person and she was confident enough to bag this dude. Like, you know, that confidence is the only thing that kind of what I felt was stopping me from becoming the girl that I wanted to be, you know? So, quick side note, back to the tutorial. I always tell my clients to turn their hand over, you know, when I file the free edge of their forefingers, because I want to make sure that the nails are nice and straight. Look at that shape, y'all. Beautiful. I wanted to keep it just raw like this, you know? After shaping and filing, the nails be looking so good. I'm just like, yeah, you can walk out the chair right now. But yeah, let's finish the set, you know what I'm saying? So I almost forgot about this. I actually met two guys in person ish, you know, and I'm saying in person ish. Let me just get to the story. So my friend invited me to this photo shoot, and she was like, okay, you have to wear these colors, blah, blah, blah. So I go up to this studio, you know, the photo studio, I guess. And there's this one fine dude. When I say brother was fine, he was tall, dark-skinned, handsome as hell. He was actually one of the models there. And then he introduced himself to me, but like I never got like his information or nothing. And I'm like, damn, like, did I pass up on an opportunity to talk to this fine ass dude? You know, but I didn't want to seem like I was too interested, whatever. So like, you know, we're having like casual conversation. And yeah, like we ride the elevator up together, you know, we go on up, and the guy, I was wearing platform shoes, and he was my height in the platform shoes, so he had to be like 6'2". Fine as hell. I hope I come across him again, because oof, I should have took that opportunity, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we're at the photo shoot, and then music is playing. This guy's playing music, and I love the music. So I asked my friend, I'm like, who is the guy playing the music? Like, this is damn near my whole playlist. So she tells me it was a guy like sitting behind the table, blah blah blah, with the glasses on. So I go up to him and I'm like, yo, this playlist is fire. Like, do you do playlists? I'm asking him all these questions like about music, because I don't know, I'm delusional a little bit when it comes to like musicians. I'm like, I would love to date a musician, because I personally would love if a musician made a song about me and it's good as hell. You know, like those classic love songs. Like, I want to be somebody's muse. I want someone to make a fire ass song about me. And like, it's a fire ass love song, let me say, about me, like how they love me, and I'm the most beautiful person ever, and I'm so sweet and nice, and you know, like, and it's a hit. Imagine like Music Soul Child made love about you, or imagine he made Sunny about you. I'm in my Music Soul Child phase, so yeah. Like, imagine he made Sunny about you. Like, that is the cutest song ever. Like, oh my gosh. But anyway, so that's like one of my delusional fantasies. Like, I want to date a musician so that I can be his muse. But like, musicians are the biggest thoughts out there. Like, let me tell you. So yeah. So I get this guy's Instagram. So I'm like, hey, can I get your Instagram? Whatever. So there was this guy sitting down across from him on the table, and I thought he was so cute, so adorable. It's just like dark skin. Do I have a dark skin thing? I guess I do have a thing for dark skins. I just love black men, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially dark skin black men. So he was dark skinned, you know, big, and sitting down in his chair, and he gives me this look. I say hi to him, and he gives me like the cutest look. I'm like, oh my God. I started to get a little nervous, because I'm like, this dude is so adorable. Like, I find him so attractive. Another thing about my type, I like big guys. You know, I hate when people go like, oh, I can't date fat men, da da da. You missing out, because fat men be smelling good. They're clean, they're cuddly, like their hands are big. I have a thing for big hands, like, because I have big hands, so I need my man to have hands bigger than mine, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I love me some big buff men, like, you know, big fat man. So yeah, so I see him, and I wasn't interested in the guy that I was asking about the playlist. That's why it was so easy for me to be like, oh, can I get your Instagram, da da da, you know. But the one that I really did want, I didn't even talk to. So I, you know, am talking to the guy that I got his Instagram. He's a photographer whole time. He just has a good music taste, you know, a whole photographer. So yeah, so I'm talking to him, like, it's very friendly, you know, like no flirting, no nothing like that. I don't know what is going on with my voice today. Like, it keeps cracking. But anyway, so I'm talking to him, you know, on Instagram, and I'm like, so who is that guy who was sitting across from you, right? And so he tells me it's his friend, and then gives me his Instagram. So long ass story short, basically I've met two men in person. And when I say that's actually like an upgrade, like when I say I was seriously scared of men, because like growing up I had only sisters, and then I went to an all-girls school from middle school. High school I got pretty confident talking to men and stuff. Like, it was cool, like, you know, having boy friends, like, you know what I'm saying, like platonic male friends. Sometimes I would get jealous though of my male friends, like when they made other girlfriends, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, no, I'm your friend, like I'm the original girlfriend, not like a girlfriend like romantic, but like, you know, when you just jealous of your friends because they have other friends type shit. Like, you really like that friend, like, you know, you want to be their only friend sometimes, like when that's an immature thought, you know what I'm saying? So in high school, that's what I was thinking. But anyway, yeah. So the guy that I thought was the DJ, he gave me his friend's name, and like we've been talking, you know, on and off. But I don't know, kind of getting to know him is like, it seems like he just wants something like maybe like very casual, maybe sexual, and you know, I'm down for a good time. You feel me? I'm grown. I'm down for a good time. You know, but I kind of want a boyfriend. Ew. Oh my God. I hate saying it, but I kind of want a boyfriend. Like, you know, I keep seeing all these cute ass relationship TikToks and reels on the internet, and I'm just like, yeah, I'd love to have a boyfriend. I think it'd be cute, you know? And I've never had a boyfriend before. Girl, I've never had a boyfriend before. When I was in high school, there was like this tall guy who tried to talk to me, the shorter guy who tried to talk to me in high school that I remember. And they never really went anywhere because I was too nervous to like let it go anywhere. But now that I know I'm that girl, I'm not going to settle for any relationship. Like before, it was insecurity that kept me from being in a relationship, but now it's like I'm not settling for BS in a relationship. And if I feel like I'm getting BS, you're gonna get blocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not one of those girls who like toxic situations and all of that. No, as soon as I see some toxicity, I'm like, all right, obviously we're not compatible, because I'm not toxic. I'm not on that toxic mess. Like, that seems like stress and drama. I love drama, but I like when I'm not in the drama. You feel me? Like, I don't like when I'm the star of the dramatic ass show. Like, what? No, I'm not trying to be in the drama like that. But I do like drama, you know. I watch Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm not trying to be on the show. You feel me? But so yeah, you know, getting experience in the dating game is really cool, because I feel like I know myself and what I'm willing to accept and not accept. So yeah, like as soon as I see a red flag, and the red flag is not nothing petty, like, oh, he likes pineapples on pizza, I can't date him. Like, you know, it's definitely not nothing petty like that. But as soon as I see, oh, he's way too possessive, and it's literally been the first phone call, or, you know, he's not really consistent with his communication, and we've only been talking for a week, like, that's the most consistent communication you're probably going to get out of a dude while talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even keep it cool for a week. Like, yeah, you're not the guy for me, you know? But yeah, dating is interesting. Dating in 2023 is very interesting. And oh my God, an automatic red flag for me is the body count. Don't ask what my body count is. Like, what are we in, literal elementary school? Like, that's so childish. That body count stuff is so childish, because I saw it on Twitter one day and it made so much sense. So like, the body count thing doesn't make sense, because imagine someone were with one person, but they were having sex for, like, they have sex 1,000 times versus another person who has 1,000 people that they've slept with once. They both have sex the same amount of times, but one has one body, you know, and the other one has 1,000 bodies. Like, it you know what I'm saying? Like, they're both ran through, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, like, you know, they're both quotation marks ran through, because you've had sex 1,000 times. Both people have had sex 1,000 times. It's just one has done it with one person, one has done it with multiple other people. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, because a lot of people have a lot of sex when they're in relationships with their people. Like, and then, like, you know, you have a one-night stand. That one-night stand usually be, like, one round, you know, like, nothing to go home, like, nothing to brag about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're more worried about me having this one little one-night stand versus, like, having sex 1,000,000 times with the same person. Like, that, it just, like, that just completely debunked the whole body, like, oh, you know, how many bodies do you have, da da da. Like, first, it's childish as hell, and I'm not subscribing to that. You know, it's definitely a tool of patriarchy, you know, in order to get women to not be thoughts or whatever. But like, it's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. So right now, I wanted to do like some junky, funky nails. So I'm just getting a bunch of different charms and stuff and putting them on the nails. The dice charm that you can see on the ring finger is actually a part of a piercing. I got like these piercings off of Amazon, a bunch of different little piercings off of Amazon, and just use like one of the balls to put on the finger. The silver gel polish is from Born Pretty. I love this metallic drawing gel. Like, it's amazing. It's very pigmented. You only need one go and you're good. You know what I'm saying? It's very pigmented and it cures well. What I notice about like some metallic polishes, like my gold metallic polish, does not cure. Like, I hate it. But yeah, this polish cures very well. So here is the final product of these funky duck nails. I absolutely loved this set. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial and listening to my long ass stories. If you like this video as much as I liked making it for you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share for more content. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.